What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're jumping back into our offensive coordinator dynasty with Flex Palco. This is going to be a somewhat quick episode. I don't think I'm actually going to play a game in today's episode, so I'm going to, tell you about that up front so that you can watch if you want to. But anyway, I appreciate all the support you guys gave to the last video. It's actually a good chunk of you guys that watched, and if you are watching, please remember to leave a like. That's the biggest thing, honestly. Leave a like and leave a comment. That helps just kind of drive the algorithm and helps out the channel in a big way. But for today's video, we're going to sim a few games, do a little bit of recruiting and whatnot. You guys will be able to see some of my process. And, maybe you'll be able to pick something up. Maybe you'll be able to give me some tips. But regardless, 2-0 start here with Buffalo. Team schedule isn't too difficult as we move forward here. We have this Hawaii game, Kent State, FCS Southeast bye week, Eastern Michigan bye week. I mean, our team, I feel like, matches up pretty well. And I think in order to help promote realism, I'm definitely going to simulate some games, like I said, because otherwise I might win all of them, and that's not necessarily the most realistic thing. And I did confirm after the last one that we were on Heisman, so I think our team is just pretty solid, to be honest with you. But we have our recruiting set for this week. Let's go ahead and advance the week and see if we can get the dub against Hawaii. I'm curious how our team will do in the sim, to be quite honest with you. We did get the win, 3-0, after that Hawaii game. We actually got MAC Offensive Player of the Week. Victor Snow, our top-end wide receiver, 6 catches, 154 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's amazing. Dude continues to just absolutely ball out for us. Doesn't look like there's anything new for recruiting, but let's check in. The guys that we're targeting hardcore right now are Gregory McLaughlin. I know I mentioned him in the first video. And we're also going after this gadget wide receiver, David Ugwogbu, maybe is how you pronounce that name. George Ekujiuba, running back, elusive bruiser, kind of my archetype. Gadget wide receiver potentially gives us the speed that we're looking for, but we only have 350 points to spend, so we definitely have a challenge cut out for us here. And we are able to target some 4-stars, so I'm hoping... I doubt we're going to get all these guys that we have targeted right now, but I'm hoping that we'll be able to come away with at least 3 of these 4-stars, maybe 2 of these 4-stars. We're also going after this Thumper Mike. Lionel Dalton had no offer from anybody else, so maybe we can get a lead. We have a little bit of points going into this East-West playmaker, athlete, running back. He's kind of secondary for us right now, just because of where he's at, but we'll try to build up a little bit of interest. And then we have Javier Carrion, another thumper-style linebacker that we're building up on. And then we did have a couple other points into these guys. I just want to make sure there wasn't anybody further down. I'm actually going to move all of these guys further up. No, I had them all below the 4-stars for a reason. I did offer scholarships to a bunch of 4-star players that had no scholarships on them. This is still a very valid strategy this year, something that can, build you interest. I'll pop onto these guys' boards eventually. Hopefully we'll be able to get a couple of them. But we're also going for this athlete, pure possession tight end. Shout out to anybody that watched my previous videos and, knows that those well-rounded tight ends are really the move. I should probably shift some points into him. We have 10 going into this edge setter defensive end. And we have 50 points going into this Mike signal caller. I feel like there's going to be a lot of pure possession tight ends. I don't need to go hardcore for this guy, especially with the points being allocated the way they are. I kind of like where we're at. Although I don't think we're building quickly enough on a guy like this. Let me see about maybe doing something a little bit different. We go 25 here and then 10 on this guy. That might work a little bit better. We have Kent State this week. I'm curious what this matchup looks like. They are significantly lower overall than us. I thought they were a little bit better on their roster. Doesn't seem like they are, so let's go ahead and advance the week there. Hopefully we moved 4-0, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. 4-0, 1-0 in conference. I'm not sure, was that our conference game? I can purchase Motivator now. I'm assuming my coach is level 10. Yep, recruiter unlocked. So we're doing really well. Let's go ahead and upgrade our coach. We better beat FCS Southeast. If for some reason we manage to lose to them, I know that this is absolutely rigged. Do we want to go recruiter or motivator? I've recently gone motivator a lot so that I can go the architect route. I think that makes the most sense since we're not a head coach yet. I don't think that as a coordinator, I would be super recruiter focused. Just in my mind, that doesn't seem like that would be correct. So I think we should go motivator first. Now that'll make recruiter more expensive later on, but I think for timeline purposes with our coach, that's going to make the most sense. Yeah, it's going to be 30 points later on. We're also pretty close to, no, I don't want to say close to doing our architect stuff though. We need to win 4 rivalry games and spend 50 in motivator. I think I'm going to continue to build up some of my, boost man coverage, boost zone coverage. I want to get to the boost for zone coverage, so that'll be next. We'll probably max out a lot of that stuff in tactician. I think that is actually partially what's helping us win these games right now. Check the recruiting, just because we should. Looking good. And there's really no point to us doing any type of hard sell or anything. I mean, it might not be bad, like taking a look at McLaughlin, for example, we'd have a B-, a B, and a D+. It's just like not even worth the effort to change it, especially when we have that lead. We're doing good on him, good on him. Haven't jumped onto his board yet. There we go. That'll give us a little bit of pull away with the tight end. Doing good on the offensive lineman. This isn't great, but I'm not really worried about an edge setter defensive end. We could probably get any defensive end. Not loving the way this looks. They are gaining a lead on me, so I think I'm going to have to go for the hard sell here and just kind of hope that that's going to get me a bonus in some way to match the other team. 25 points. Can I get some points back if I just take these 15 off? I feel like it is worthwhile for me to, man, these visits are all going to be expensive. I feel like it is worthwhile for me to put the visit on. Are we top 5 stage? They got a week 6 visit. Let's go week 5, try to increase our lead. Playing time is going to be huge. And can I get 10 more points? Yeah, okay, so let's go hard sell on Chambers. That'll save us 10 points. That's not a bad one. And that lets me get 10 more here on the competitive bid. And hopefully that gets us where we need to be. That just shuffles a little bit of stuff around for us to be in a better spot. Let's get this win against FCS Southeast and go 5-0, please. Fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed. We got Isaiah Chambers. Okay. So we have a left tackle committed. Well-rounded left tackle, 6'5". We got XP, so it looks like we won. Okay. I was about to have a big press F in the chat moment if we managed to lose our first game to FCS. We're rolling though. We got some more coaching points to spend. Let's see if we're worthwhile. I made a video on this last year. I'm not sure if the people that are watching this know this, but even if you don't have all 3 green check marks revealed, you can always do process of elimination to find the correct one. So I'm gonna So there we know 2 green check marks and a question mark. We just have to make sure there's no other ones. So it could be either of these. So I'm not going to commit to a hard sell until I know whether it could be one or the other. A red X on brand exposure or playing style could basically do it by default for me, or a green check mark revealed would do it for me as well. But with that said, we still have to stay with send the house. I don't like the fact that Colorado has offered on this linebacker. That is what it is, though. I always take my committed players and move them all the way to the bottom. I don't know why. Somebody told me that they always move their players, the players they want the most, to the top, and the players that are committed to the bottom. So that's just what I do. It just seems like the right idea. I could probably process of elimination that one too. Let's just go with send the house. Schedule a visit, why not? I do really want this tight end. We're gonna go during a bye week because we are simulating, so I can't guarantee that we'll actually win. 30 more hours. Let's put a 25 here. Let's try to get a couple more points. What do we actually need? Raw strength lineman, I don't like that. Running back, wide receiver. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't feel like any of these, if we wanted to get these guys, they're gonna get locked out next week. Let's try to keep going on the running back because we will need one. That should put us in a good spot. Bye week. Let's advance. We'll spend the points once we're into the next week. And really, I don't think I'm going to do any cuts to this video. I'll probably just upload it as a straight up video. We got our quarterback. That has me excited more than anything. I think that guy's going to be really good. We have a lot of potential guys transferring out this year. This might actually be a solid place to leave it. I know I didn't schedule any visits for this Eastern Michigan game, but I really feel like the computer is going to give us a loss. Not that obviously I said I'm going to sim just to try to keep the wins and losses a little bit more realistic, but I feel like I want to keep the momentum going a little bit and get a win in that game. I don't know why. It just feels right. It just feels like this is the right next game to play. I don't think, we're at home. We're not at Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan's the team with the gray turf, I think, right? Let's go to our recruiting real quick and wrap some of this up. McLaughlin, I'm telling you, I think this guy's going to be good. 6'4", not a lot of dual threats often come in with decent height. 6'4", Gregory McLaughlin, great name, dual threat, athlete. He's going to come in great. We already had him scouted, and he is everything that we need him to. The 86 throw power is low, but that's going to avoid overthrows. I don't mind that starting out. Hopefully he has a decent dev and isn't too capped out on anything. Decent speed. Accuracies are coming in low, but it is what it is. I think that's going to be a solid start. We got him an offensive tackle to pair up. Yep, let's go ahead and go with the full 50 now on this running back. That's not really a worthwhile investment to flip it. Yeah, like I said, these guys we're going to lock out. They're going to lock out soon. Oh, you can favorite now. I didn't know that. Just close those guys out. We're going to lose to Wisconsin. There's no way we can match that. So we'll have to pull off of him. Right guard, raw strength, pure possession. Let's go ahead and just take a look at what we're actually in need of. We got 2 running backs we're really committed on right now. Let's start going hard for this receiver. Just because we'll be able to get this locked into the top 8 right now. And he should fit what we're trying to do. So I think that'll be a good spot to leave off. Not a super long video here today. We were able to get a few wins on the schedule, which I really liked. Just with the sim, you guys were able to see a little bit of the recruiting process. But honestly, let's take a look at these scores too. These were big wins. So we played 31-12 win over Delaware. I played a 42-7 win over Temple. 38-24 win over Hawaii, 48-17 over Kent State, and 35-7 over FCS Southeast. So our offense is firing on all cylinders. Defense not doing too bad either. Like I said, I think this Eastern Michigan game could be competitive, so I'm going to play that. And then, you know, I mean, look at our opponents. UMass is 1-3, Akron is 0-5, Bowling Green 2-3, Central Michigan 2-3. Miami of Ohio could be a good game, 3-1, and Ohio's 1-4. We have a very good chance to win out on this sim. So I think a solid place to go, play this game, sim out a good chunk, and maybe play a game at the end of the season, depending on how things go. And then we'll see where that takes us heading into the off season. Maybe we get a good bowl game. Maybe something happens. I don't know. You guys let me know. Like I said, please leave a like down in the comment section below. I know that this was a relatively quick video and not actually any specific in-game gameplay, but I also wanted to keep it going. I didn't want to leave this sitting out there too long. So, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, I appreciate the support. Leave a like, leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're new around here. As always, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have a good one.